Have you ever felt like you've been waiting forever for God to move in your life? You pray, you believe, you hold on to faith, but nothing seems to change. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and you start wondering if God has forgotten about you. But what if I told you that right now, in this very moment, God might be preparing something miraculous for your life? What if the silence isn't rejection, but preparation? You see, God doesn't work on our timeline. He works in seasons, and sometimes the season before a miracle looks nothing like what we expect. Today, I want to share with you 5 powerful signs that God is preparing you for a breakthrough that will change everything. If you've been feeling stuck, discouraged, or forgotten, this message is for you. Pay attention, because recognizing these signs could be the difference between giving up and holding on just long enough to see God's hand move. The first sign that God is preparing you for a miracle is divine delays that don't make sense. You applied for that job and got turned down. The relationship you thought was perfect suddenly ended. The door you were sure God would open slammed shut instead, and you're left wondering why. But here's what most people don't understand. Sometimes God delays what we want to deliver what we need. Think about it. If everything happened exactly when we wanted it to, we might settle for less than God's best. Those delays aren't punishments. They're preparations. God is aligning circumstances, preparing hearts, and positioning you for something greater than what you originally asked for. When doors keep closing, it's not because God isn't listening. It's because He's orchestrating something bigger. The second sign is increased spiritual hunger. Have you noticed that lately you can't get enough of God's presence? You find yourself praying more, seeking Him more, yearning for His word like never before. This isn't coincidence. When God is about to do something significant in your life, He first increases your capacity to receive it. He draws you closer because miracles require intimacy. They require trust. They require a heart that's aligned with His will. This spiritual hunger is God preparing your spirit to handle what's coming. The miracles aren't just about getting what you want. They're about becoming who God needs you to be. So if you've been feeling that pull toward deeper prayer, toward more time in His presence, don't ignore it. Lean into it. God is preparing your heart for what your eyes haven't seen yet. The third sign is supernatural peace in the storm. This might sound backwards, but bear with me. You're going through one of the most challenging seasons of your life, yet somehow, deep in your spirit, there's a peace that doesn't make sense. Your circumstances are screaming chaos, but your heart is whispering calm. That's not denial. That's divine preparation. God gives you His peace before He gives you His breakthrough, because He knows what's coming requires faith, not fear. When you can remain peaceful in the middle of the storm, it's a sign that God has already settled the outcome in the spiritual realm. Your peace isn't based on what you see, it's based on what God knows. And that supernatural calm is His way of preparing you to walk in the miracle He's about to release. The fourth sign is strategic isolation. God starts removing certain people from your circle, and you feel more alone than ever before. But this isolation isn't abandonment. It's preparation. Sometimes God has to separate you from voices that would contaminate your faith or distract you from His purpose. Miracles often require a level of faith that not everyone will understand. They require decisions that might look crazy to the natural mind. So God creates space around you, not to punish you, but to protect the miracle He's preparing. He removes the voices that would plant doubt and surrounds you with His voice instead. If you've been feeling isolated lately, don't despair. God might be preparing you for something so incredible that He needs your full attention. The fifth and final sign is divine confirmation through unusual sources. God starts speaking to you through people who don't even know your situation. A stranger gives you a word of encouragement that speaks directly to your heart. A song on the radio feels like it was written just for you. A scripture jumps off the page and into your spirit. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. When God is preparing a miracle, He floods your environment with reminders of His faithfulness. He uses ordinary moments to deliver extraordinary hope. He speaks through unexpected voices to confirm what He's already planted in your heart. If you've been receiving these divine confirmations, pay attention. God is building your faith for what's about to unfold. Here's what I need you to understand. If you're experiencing any of these signs, don't give up now. Don't let discouragement steal what God is preparing to deliver. Miracles have a gestation period, just like everything else God creates. But when the timing is right, when your heart is ready, when His purposes align, heaven will move in ways that will leave you speechless. Your breakthrough isn't late. It's right on time. Your miracle isn't forgotten. It's being prepared with precision. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep expecting. Because the God who sees you, knows you, and loves you is about to show up in ways that will remind you why you held on. If this message encouraged your heart, let me know in the comments below. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. And subscribe for more faith-building content that reminds you of God's goodness. Your miracle is closer than you think.